Hey you guys, I hope you all are doing really good. So I'm going to go over a couple quick maintenance tips on the 690, some suspension stuff I did here, so stick around. So yeah, like I was saying, what I did with the 690 here, you guys, is I took some of the suspension, you know, the main pivot points for the suspension, you know, the big swing arm bolt that goes through the engine. And that one you got to watch in particular because it was really dry on mine. But what I actually did yesterday is I filmed a bunch of clips with my cell phone. And I was just going to post them on Instagram and try and help a few people out. And then it dawned on me, I should have made an awesome video, but I put most of it back together. So I'll just quickly go over what I did and I'll splice in those cell phone clips and hopefully it'll help you guys out. But my main goal was to get more grease into the bearings, which are in good shape already because the bike doesn't have a lot of mileage on it. So I just added a little grease to what was already there. A lot of the bikes new, even brand new, when you roll them off the showroom floor, there's hardly any grease in there. Same with your steering head bearings there. So I'll show you guys what I did here. Check it out. So it's really basic actually, you guys. All you had to do is start with obviously taking your wheel off, and then the chain doesn't have any master links in it. That's the way it comes from the KTM. So I usually just undo the, you know, your chain guide and all that, just so that you can move it out of the way to get the sprocket and tire off the back. Of course I had to move my saddlebags out of the way. The foot pegs are just held on with 2 bolts on the bottom. So once you take your main swing arm bolt out, the long one, there's just 2 bolts there. I should add, a better way to go about this would be to suspend the bike from the ceiling, which I have on a chain up here. I could have, but I had it half apart and I had it on the stand already, so I had to monkey around a bit. You had to get your skid plate off as well. And then basically all you need access to is the main swing arm bolt, and I don't know how much light there'll be under here, but there's two on a nut right there, one on the bottom of the shock, and then there's another, this link, I don't know if you can see that, this link goes at the front of this link here. There's one that goes through there too. So those are the main ones because they're always, you know, they're down near the water there, so they're always taking most of the moisture. So if you can get at all those, they come apart really easy. Like, it's not a hard job at all. And just all I did was took a finger smear of grease and put it inside there. You got to do it real carefully because you don't want to pull out all those needle bearings. If you do, it's not a big deal. You just carefully put them back with a screwdriver. You just put grease on the screwdriver and then kind of lay them in there. It's really easy, but yeah, that's about it. I should add, you guys remember when I put the plastic on? You can see how awesome that's wearing, hey? Like, it looks all scratched up, but that's actually just a layer of plastic. It's like a clear coat kind of. It's like 3mm plastic that goes over that. So if I was to peel that off, it would look brand new underneath there. So that was a good call on that one. So yeah, I hope that helps a few of you guys out. So just a real quick video here, you guys. What I'm doing is I'm putting some grease in some of my swing arm pivot bolts. And the one you really got to watch for is the one that goes through, the main one for the swing arm. It goes through the back of your motor as well. As you can see here, that's how it came out. So from the factory, there's not a ton of grease on that. And the problem you can have is it can seize inside the motor there where there's no bearing. It's just kind of a tight fit. So yeah, and this bike only has about 3,000 K on it, so it's hardly got any mileage. So the bearings look really good though. So I'll take a couple pictures of the other ones here in a minute. So here's one of the main swing arm bearings, and I'll show you guys. Sorry if it's a little dark, I don't got much light in here. You can see on the, I don't know if you can see in there very well. There's not a lot of grease, but there is a little grease. I'm surprised because usually there's hardly any. So I'm just going to put some decent stuff in there and then we'll be good for a long time. So you guys can see there's not, I'll try and get, I'm just using my phone here by the way. But you can see there's not a lot of grease in there. So just put a, you know, a good finger smear of grease in there with some good grease. I use, and watch the needles don't come out when you do that. Do it carefully and they'll be good to go. Here's the lower shock link, I think you call it, I'm not sure, but anyways, yeah, look inside there, it's pretty dry. So I can get the light in there. That's right from KTM, not much grease in there, so yeah, you should grease your stuff up even if it's brand new. So yeah, I appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for checking out my stuff. Hopefully that helps a few of you guys out. Definitely drop some comments below. Let me know what you guys get up to when you're working on your bikes. I'm always curious how other people go about it. So yeah, drop some comments, hit the old like button. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the little subscribe button down there in the corner. I got lots of videos coming out in the next while, so that way you're not going to miss them. There's also a bell there that gives you a notification right beside the subscribe, so make sure you click that on as well, and then you get an immediate notification, like I think they email you or something. So yeah, and up here in the corner it's got my cards, so that's got links to all my other videos, you know, like I give riding lessons and I do all kinds of stuff on my channel. So check that out. Also, like this picture here, that drop down arrow, that has down below links to all my social media, you know, my website and stuff like that. So if you guys are curious what I get up to there, then that's how you find all that stuff. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Right on.